My name's Dave Woods and I'm the Assistant Director of Property Services. My role involves looking after all of the plan maintenance work and the investment work that LMH carry out to its homes. So with the Broad Lane project, basically managing the team that's delivering it from start to finish is a key area of my work. Broad Lane's a project, to be honest, that's quite close to my heart because back 10 years ago when they started demolitions on the estate, I was heavily involved in the demolition programme for the City Council. So it's really good to be able to be in a position now where we're bringing lots of those properties back into use. Obviously it's a major refurbishment and most of these properties have been empty for in excess of probably 8 years, if not longer. The work that LMH are carrying out, we've been successful in carrying out similar projects elsewhere in the city, but not to properties that have been empty for such a long time and to this scale. So it's quite a considerable programme. Most of them have had major strip outs carried out to the internal of the properties, which means we've had a lot more remodelling internally. And obviously due to the issues they've had with roofs and one thing and another, there's a lot of damp issues from the rain and the snow over the last few years, which means the extensive work we've had to carry out to the internal walls and also to the ground floor is well above anything that we've sort of encountered in the past. I think the most exciting thing is it's going to bring properties to that area that are very much family homes. So three bedroom traditional houses with very good sized rooms, and they will be very well thermally insulated, which means that hopefully they're going to be very efficient to run. Inside the property, I mean it's a full remodelling. Basically the only thing that we're keeping is the shell, and in most instances the stairs. So most of the internal walls will be coming down and getting rebuilt because they've sustained so much damage over the period of time they've been empty. A lot of the ground floors are actually being dug up and relaid. There'll be full rewires, so they'll be fully replastered throughout. New kitchens, new bathrooms, central heating systems, new roofs, new windows and doors, all new internal doors as well, and fully redecorated throughout as well on top of that. When we get to the outside of the properties, obviously with the external cladding will go on, which will bring a totally different, much more modern look to the buildings. They're going to have a new canopy over the front door, and all of the boundary treatments, as in the gardens, front and rear, will all be re-landscaped, and we'll also be looking at new boundary fencing and boundary walls throughout. There's a number of environmentally efficient elements that we're trying to introduce to the project. We've considered a whole range of different possibilities to try and maximise the efficiency of the homes that we're creating. Obviously the external product that we're using, the structural external product is an insulated product, so that will bring major insulation properties to the building. We're also looking at obviously loft insulation, which you would expect. We're also introducing gas central heating systems with A-rated boilers, so that's really the most efficient boiler that you can introduce. Double glazed units will also be put in, double glazed windows, so that's going to give a much higher efficiency to them. We're also looking at introducing solar panels or PV panels to the roofs, which will either be used to generate electricity that will be used in the homes, or be used to generate hot water, which is obviously going to reduce the need for the use of gas boilers. I mean, they're things that we're looking at the moment to see how we can maximise the use of those throughout the scheme. We've looked at a couple of things about sort of rainwater harvesting as well, which obviously these days water's another commodity that's very expensive to obtain. So we're looking at how we can reuse rainwater across the properties. Liverpool City Council have obviously played a big role in transferring the properties over to LMH and assisting us in being able to deliver the project at the end of the day. The team have also been working closely with the community, the police and the fire brigade to ensure that any antisocial behaviour issues can be dealt with, as part of the project, trying to build them out as much as possible to make the properties as secure and make the homes as inviting as we possibly can. The architects have been involved in looking at all of the designs, and obviously the aesthetics are really important to make sure that we kind of change the total street scene and we do make it look like something that is very inviting. No one's cracked any jokes about pigeons living in them now, and no, there's 74 homes that had 2,000 tenants before we we moved in. And there was 2,000 tenants being pigeons, and we've had to now get rid of them. But unfortunately, they did leave a bit of a mess behind, which is quite an expensive thing to deal with.